This is the Aftermarket Radio Network.
Hey, welcome everyone. Carm Capriato, Remarkable Results Radio at ASTA 2025. I've never seen a convention center this big, this open. It's a lot going on here. Thanks to Ryan Regan and his entire staff from ASTA, Automotive Service Tire Association here in Raleigh and in the southeast of the U.S. We've got a great and very interesting group of characters that are going to grace this episode for you all in just a minute. But thank you so much to our great sponsors. Support them, please.
Hey, let's face it, your shop management system is the most critical tool in your shop. And NAPA Tracks will move your shop into the SMS fast lane with on-site training, 6 days a week support, and local representation. Find NAPA Tracks on the web at napatracks.com. Hey, how well does your team know their stuff? Test their automotive skills with the Today's Class Basic, Advanced, or Service Advisor quizzes. It's a quick, effective way to spot gaps and grow stronger teams. Take the quizzes now at todaysclass.com/TC quiz. Shop owners, stop juggling multiple marketing tools. KUKUI's integrated platform, they deliver 4 times better website conversions, automated follow-up, and real-time ROI tracking. Get industry-leading customer support with KUKUI. That's KUKUI.com. You're probably tired of chasing new customers who never return. We understand. Pit Crew Loyalty ends the one-and-done cycle, turning first visits into lasting, reliable revenue. On the web at pitcrewloyalty.com.
Hey, welcome back. My team, none of them need an introduction. Not one of them need an introduction, except for maybe you, Zeb. But we'll cover that. And thank God Tracy fixed your hair before we started this.
It didn't need fixing. I want that on the record.
All right.
It was fine the way it was.
Matt Fanslow's here from Diagnosing the Aftermarket A to Z podcast, Riverside Automotive. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. It's been a long time.
Yeah. We have a newcomer to the podcast, never been on before. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Tommy Markham from Markham's Automotive in Constableville, New York. North of Utica somewhere?
It is north of Utica. It's a super busy place. The population has exploded to 300 people now.
No, wait a minute.
Yes.
Do they have cops or constables?
See, you're one of the few people that's actually asked me that.
Just because I've seen Mary Poppins.
Right. And every time I order parts from a source outside of my normal parts distributors, I have to say constable, like an old cop. So they spell it correctly.
Constableville.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. 300 people. Do you have a stoplight at all?
We do not. Thank God.
So you can get from one end of town to the other faster.
Yeah, we roll through the few stop signs we have. We don't even stop for those there. We just roll, make sure nobody's coming and send it.
It's my kind of town.
Good to see you, Tommy. Thanks for coming with us. Zeb Beard's here, Strokers, Monticello, Arkansas. You were telling me it's turning into fall or winter?
Yeah, we don't have too much of a fall. It goes pretty much from summer straight to winter and then back to summer again.
Yeah, but his shop has its own zip code and own climate.
That's not even a joke. We have had clouds inside the shop before.
Yeah,
it had its own clouds.
You guys think I'm sarcastic all the time. I'm very honest.
That's called an inside climate.
Yes.
I love that. Did it ever rain in the shop?
It almost did.
They had a fire and there was a kind of response.
Oh, my God. You were on with us at Vision this past last year. So if anybody wants to have a hilarious, uproaring, good time, go to my website, remarkableresults.biz, find any one of the search bars and type in Zeb and have a blast. Thanks for being here. While we were waiting to go live, Tommy was telling me that he invested in ADAS for the 300 people in the town. Do they appreciate this?
They do, because it's a very lengthy drive to get somewhere else to have it done. So it was primarily geared toward the local body shops after months of extensive talks with them guys, because they had to flatbed these cars 35 miles away to have the service done.
Well, it's because they don't have stoplights and they roll through the stop signs. He has a lot of opportunity to do ADAS calibrations.
And there is a lot of deer hits. Lots of deer hits.
Yeah. I think it's a brilliant thought. Think of the strategy. I'm going to sit down and talk to the people in town and say, I'm willing to do this. Are you willing to send me your work?
Well, it wasn't just about the calibrations for me. There's a few things. One, simply being able to properly repair cars that I'm aligning.
I love that.
That was number one for me. And as stupid as this sounds, return on investment wasn't that important to me. It was doing the job right. And I'm losing the programming and everything else from the body shops and their alignments and everything because I can't do the calibrations. So now I get all of it.
I think we have to stop for a moment and pause and have there be a moment of silence and realize that Tommy explained so many profound and powerful things. I want to do the job right. That's a scary thought.
It's the way it's got to be.
No kidding. And that's why there's so many people saying that the alignment's 99 or the alignment's 399. And they say, well, the guy down the road will do it for 99 and he's gone. And no one stops for a moment and explains what the do-right rule is.
I agree. Yeah. And I'm not doing alignments for $99 either. I mean, you're at the wrong place.
No, exactly right. So we've been talking a little bit about that. And I think I've gotten on my soapbox a couple of times about this. And just let what Tommy said sink in. And why people say, well, I don't need to do this. And we're getting lazy almost because we don't want to invest.
Well, you probably have the poster child for it over with Zeb. ROI, I don't think for any of us is a big factor. Like, not direct. We're not sitting there weighing like, oh man, how many calibrations am I going to do to try to get this money back? It's more than that. It's saving the programming jobs and all the other jobs that would get sublet because you don't have the ability to complete the job. Zeb's building. He couldn't have just sat there crunching numbers like, I wonder how long it'll take to pay this building off. He didn't care. He just built the freaking thing and it's paying for itself and he's going to add on.
How big is it?
62,000 square feet.
Oh, that's way too small.
It is. We fill it up quite often. I've never been good about doing this ROI stuff. It never adds up. You can keep crunching numbers until you can talk yourself out of buying anything by going by ROI. I'm known for doing the opposite. So ROI means nothing to me. If I can pay for it or start making the payments on it, I'm doing it.
I'd love to see your toy closet. You probably
It's not in a closet. It's outside. It's fitting in it.
I can't imagine. I got to come down there and I probably spent 8 hours just looking at everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got room. You don't even need a hotel. We got 9 bedrooms in the shop.
You talked about that on the last episode.
Yeah.
It's not an Airbnb. It's an Airbnb warehouse.
That's right.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, your ultimate ADAS just doesn't seem like such a big investment
It's not
anymore,
a big
does
deal
it?
anymore. I feel like a peasant now.
Yeah. Tommy, how big's your place?
5,000 square feet.
All right. You got to step up.
So I could fit 30 of my shops in the Zeb, something like that.
Let me tell you something. Tommy's shop is super nice, especially the part where he just put the ADAS and the alignment. It is like a doctor's office in there. It's amazing.
And what's wrong with that? Think about the profession that we're in.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm a little anal retentive about cleanliness of my shop as well. So it looks better in pictures probably, but it's all right. I mean, for a village of 300 people, I guess it's the best you're going to do.
Cleanliness.
Yeah, it's got to be clean.
You just speak in my language about the professionalism of our industry. And,
Well, yeah.
and there's not enough people stepping up to do that.
There isn't. It has to be clean, and it makes a huge difference. So when I was younger, I didn't think it did, but it makes a huge difference, just people's perception of you.
Tommy, where are you finding the people to work in the shop?
I'm not. See, that's the other problem. I have my nephew that works for me, and my youngest sister is now going to be my front man. And there's a lot of other roles I'm going to fill for her. I'm going to try to turn her into my DVI guy, maintenance equipment guy, wash my alignment rack every 2 weeks with car wash, mop the floor, and she'll do good. So, and she'll be able to do all of it.
So it's family.
It is.
Are you still working inside? Are you working in the base?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to get to the point where that's all I do. I don't want to deal with people at all anymore. I'm going to make her do that.
And that's not a bad decision. People say you got to, work on your business, not in it. But there's not a lot of people that were designed to be on.
You can do both. Yeah.
You can delegate.
I very much dislike that. And I don't disagree with it entirely. But nobody's ever going to care about your business the way that you do. Mm-hmm. And nobody's ever going to care about the quality of the product that you're turning out as you do. It doesn't matter what you pay them. I'll die on that hill. How about you, Zeb?
Yeah, me too. There's a lot of talk in the industry now about working on your business instead of in your business.
Yeah.
And of course, here we go again with the opposites. I'm the opposite of that.
Sure.
I want to be as deep in my business as I can get. That for me, that's working in the back. And I can hire somebody and train somebody to do a lot of the things on the business. But the part deep inside my business, that's where the magic started. That's how I started the business. It was because of me, what I do in the business. So I'm going to keep going with that.
It's situational. You're in a small town.
Right.
You don't have a ton of access to, quality people where you could have taken this place and have 6 or 8 people working for you. You may have a different attitude at that point in time if you had some really top people in the bays. But I get what you're saying. You don't have to die on the hill. It's situational. It works.
It is situational. I don't think, and this is not disrespectful to any of the local people that I live around. There's some very smart people that I'm friends with that are in my community. They're just not highly skilled automotive technicians. So there's no pool to pick from. Yeah. And the best I'm going to do is use my strengths to my advantage, which is my technical ability. I don't need to be in my office dealing with customers. I don't need to do the things that I'm going to be delegating finally after years. My nephew's very good. I've trained him the way I want him to be. I mean, he programs Nissans, does ADAS calibrations. He's been in the industry for 3 years. How many people do you know that have been in the industry for 3 years that you can just say, hey, go calibrate that radar. It's done right per service information, you know? I'm lucky to have him.
You taught him well.
Yeah.
You mentored him. You continued to do that in your effigy. So he's doing it how you would want.
Right. Yeah. And he just knows how it's got to be. He knows everything that we talk about when I come to these things. I can't get him to come here, of course, but
why?
I think that he thinks he's not smart enough, no matter how many times I tell him that he is.
Yeah, but isn't that the reason to go to further your education?
Right. Maybe it's just intimidation, maybe just not comfortable. I don't know. Probably going to listen to this and want to kill me. But.
And no, what's his name?
Steven.
Steve, listen to me. Matt, give him the word, Matt.
The word, Jetsam.
Yeah, that's another episode. And let's not go in the deep end of the pool right now. But
that's the only place in order to jump in.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing to stop and think that you've got an uncle who's given you this self-confidence in all that you can do, willing to teach and train you, but says, listen, you got to learn something new each and every day. So if you come with me with all these other peers like you go to these 5 or 6 classes and you pick something and you come back, we're all better for it. I'll teach you what I'm here for. You teach me what you came to learn. And the whole culture of the continuing education loop works better than ever. And in fact, the magnet that your business is in that surrounding area gets stronger. Oh my God, you're improving the magnet by this continuing education.
Smart enough. What does that even mean?
I mean, maybe I could be wrong on that. Maybe he's just not super comfortable because maybe he doesn't know all you guys the way I know you. So maybe that's the thing. But I mean, he does his own self-learning at home. He'll watch himself main auto.
So that immediately thrusts him into a top tier.
I agree.
Just like that. So he's already demonstrated the capability of doing certain tasks repeatedly and accurately and presumably efficiently. And now he also dedicates personal time to further that. He's an elite company immediately.
I agree. He will watch, it's more the YouTube guys, but he knows the ones to watch because of me, like which ones that you should be paying attention to. I mean, he follows Zeb's page. He talks about that anytime, like the 6-7 timing stuff. He fully understands all of it. Like Steven's very smart. He builds his own gaming PCs. Yeah. He's the one that moves the files around when we program Nissans. I don't do it. He does it. Yeah. I know what to do with the car. I don't know how to move the files around. I just never learned how because I didn't have to.
Right.
He does it. So it's just...
Well,
he's bashful, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. I remember the first training class that I ever went to that I really remember. And I was the same way. I was intimidated when I walked in there because I thought everybody in here is going to know more than me. If I say anything, it's going to show them that I don't know what I'm doing and all this kind of stuff. And once I got in there and sat down and listened to some of the going back and forth, I realized we were all on the same page. We all were at the same skill level. And it's intimidating to go for the first time. But once you go for the first time, if you go in there with the right attitude, then you want to go. That first time is pretty tough.
Yeah, I totally agree. The first big boy one I ever went to was 2019 to Super Saturday. I was scared to death that I was going to meet Paul Danner. I'm like, this guy's going to think I'm so stupid. And now, he's a personal friend of mine. It's just cool, and we're all the same. We're all here for the same reasons. But the first time you go, that's exactly what you think. What if I say something stupid? These guys can be like, who's this guy? What's he doing here?
I mean, that's what I think, but...
Well, yeah, some of them still do, probably, yeah. I think once you get through the first one, that's what you need to do.
Let's face it, your shop management system is the single most important tool in your shop, period. NAPA Trax was built from the ground up to make your business more profitable and efficient, We provide an extensive set of tools to increase and track profitability in real time. NAPA Tracks offers the industry's best post-sale support, hands down, and we train your people on site. Yep, on site. And we offer remote refresher training 10 times a week, and customer support is open 6 days a week. Give us a call, visit the website, or join our Facebook community today to learn more. We'll prove to you that Trax is the single best shop management system in the business. NAPA Trax is always customized and tailored for you, whether you're a one-man shop or a large multi-bay or multi-location company. After all, it's your shop, so it's your choice. Visit us on the web at NAPATRACS, that's NAPATRACS.com. Strengthen your shop's entire team with today's class. Everyone from technicians to service advisors can access impactful training on their phones in just 5 minutes a day. Opt for solo sessions or ignite friendly competition, challenging team members to climb the leaderboard for the highest score. Our effective daily training ensures measurable progress, helping you develop your team. Train smarter, not harder, with today's class and transform your shop and your people. Start seeing results today at todaysclass.com. Shop owners, we know you are overwhelmed with a flood of missed calls, empty bays, and disconnected marketing tools. KUKUI has spent over a decade building one integrated platform for auto repair shops, one login, one dashboard, and mobile-first websites that convert 4 times industry average. Smart, innovative CRM with automated follow-up, 24/7 online booking, and real-time ROI tracking. With 900 plus years of combined team experience, we fuel the growth of 2,200 plus shops and have influenced $3 billion in revenue. Stop working harder. Start working smarter. Get industry-leading customer support and book a demo with KUKUI. That's KUKUI.com. You know, most shop owners feel trapped spending on ads while half their first-time customers never come back. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. And it's not your fault. The industry average is 54% one and dones. We understand how discouraging that can be. Well, Pit Crew Loyalty changes the story. Our clients cut that rate by up to 38%, raising lifetime value by more than 50%. Loyalty members visit nearly 3 times more often, creating predictable revenue without extra ad spend. Pit Crew Loyalty, where customers stay and shops thrive. On the web at pitcrewloyalty.com.
You said something so interesting. He said the words big boy, and that could be why it keeps some people away. They just don't believe they belong or can even handle themselves in the big boy choir.
I think it's intimidation. I had myself talked out of it 6 times, and I was like, no, I got to go check this out. Because I've been watching Paul's videos for years, and that's how I heard about things like vision, this, that, and the other thing. And I see that Super Saturday was coming up, and I'm like, well, it's a 6-hour drive. I got to check it out. And I almost didn't go, and I went, and truthfully, it's probably the biggest turning point in my career. I mean, that's why I'm here now, just making the first step. Truthfully, Paul Danner, I mean, he's heard this a million times. Paul Danner is the reason I'm sitting in this booth right now talking to you guys.
What did he do?
Put content out for me to research and then look more and more and more and more until it led me down this path. Just his content got me here. Simple as that.
Yeah, you sucked the energy right out of the room with that.
Yeah.
No, I was just sitting on the side.
Depress everybody. No, it was a true story.
No, I was sitting on the side waiting for Matt or Zeb to chime in, and I think this happens more than we realize in our industry. But does it look unreachable, an event like this or an event like Vision? Is it untouchable for someone to feel that they could get there and hold their own, whatever that means?
Well, I don't want to gloss over a detail with his story and other stories that we've heard time and time again about many other educators. Or not even just that, just how many technicians or shop owners have attended a big boy conference and they run into Zeb Beard and they're just rubbing elbows with them and find inspiration. So Tommy, inspired by Paul Danner. How many freaking times have we heard inspirational stories about John Thornton? I was ready to quit the industry. I was going to go drive that freaking forklift or whatever it was, anything that had anything not to do with cars. And then I sat on a Thornton class, changed everything. Well, showing up to the conferences where you get to see these people or meet these people, that's putting yourself in a position to succeed. Tommy finds Scanner Danner, Maybe probably subscribe to premium.
Oh yeah, I still
And
do. I will
watching.
for life. That's worth every penny.
So he's on a positive trajectory of his skill set, improving. And then because he hears about Super Saturday and he knows Paul's going to be there, and he finally, that's enough to put him over the edge to go, bumps into him. Maybe he doesn't become friends with him, but he bumps into him. It finds him inspirational. Tommy's sitting there talking to him. He's also got the side benefit of being friends with Paul Danner, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, it made a lot of friends. Zeb here, although he is slightly a bad influence when it comes to, the ROI
Money management.
thing.
Yeah.
I sent him a screenshot of that.
Dude, I
Hunter
have so many
setup.
friends I could introduce.
Wait a
you
minute.
to.
When you told him you were going to buy an ADAS thing, he told you to buy 4, right?
No, I sent him the screenshot that I was so stressed out about. I was actually bruxing my teeth together at night. I sent him a screenshot of the estimate. I don't even think I hit the send, and he was already writing back, pull the trigger. That's his reply.
I love it.
Okay, well, I guess that answered that.
Well, the first thing he's going like, it ain't my money.
Yeah, I mean, literally no more than send it. Pull the trigger. Like, okay, I guess we're buying a Hunter, Steven. That's what we're doing.
Well, right. But were you, when you pulled the trigger, when you followed that advice, were you thinking all encompassing? Like now your thinking's changed where you probably wouldn't hesitate to pull the trigger before because you've got the follow-up work. You got the not necessarily related directly to the ADAS calibration center.
Yeah, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. Now looking back, I mean, I had myself stressed out. I think it was just because I had paid the shop and all the content's off. So mentally you think, oh, the light's at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
Well, no, it's not. I paid almost as much for that aligners I have in the entire real estate of my shop. Well, aligner / ADAS combo. But it's another thing people don't maybe talk about or realize is the marketing value of that, especially in a small town. Everybody knows I have that. Everybody's looking at what's in their head. Anytime they're thinking about an alignment, well, now that turns into ball joints and they know you're going to do it right. They know, and they don't mind paying what it's worth.
It makes me think about the stories shop owners way back in the day would drop 30, 40 grand on that big Sun machine. And you'd ask them like, why'd you buy it? Initially it was, I want to be able to diagnose cars, misfires, whatever, drivability problems. But the freaking machines had a kind of a checklist in it, right? And you go and check the wiper blades and the belts and the hoses and all that. It was just a checkbox. It was like a DVI. I can't call it a DVI, but it was kind of like a
Right.
vehicle inspection, right? But it comes on a printout back in the day where a computer printout meant something. And now it's like, oh, actually this, $30,000 investment isn't to diagnose a misfire. It's to sell all this other stuff because people see it on the printout and go, oh, the computer said it needs wiper blades. You better do that. So you never had a concept or any idea of that as being part of the ROI of this big investment. But that ends up being more what pays for it than the original intent of buying the frickin' thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the marketing value of some of this stuff is missed on people when they start talking ROI. I mean, I don't know if you're on a busy strip in a major metropolitan area and everybody's advertising a $79 alignment, but that's not my case.
Right.
It's not the way it is. Like, people know that I'm serious about doing it right, keeping the place clean, investing in the proper training, tooling, and equipment to do it. It's all marketing.
Do you market a lot in your town?
0. I've never advertised once in my life.
Have you ever told anyone or sent a flyer out or put a poster on your counter that you now can do calibrations?
Well, we have posters on the counter, and now I use Facebook, of course. But the only time I think I can remember I advertised at all was our local Ford dealer closed. And there is no Ford dealers for a lot of miles, just to put the word out that I, have FDRS, IDS, my vehicle security credentials, so I can relearn theft systems on Fords, stuff like that. Only just to make people aware of it, that they don't have to drive 50 miles to get somebody to fix their Ford vehicle.
How many small towns have a shop that sophisticated, that cutting edge, that knowledgeable?
Well, see, I'm the same way. I'm in a town of 8,000 people. And Tommy's right about the marketing thing. Like, my big building is mainly a marketing tool.
Yeah.
So I'm known worldwide for that giant building.
Yeah.
These other shops, they spend money on flyers and all this. Well, I'm using that same money instead of spending it on a piece of paper. I have something real that I can use to make money, but it's also a marketing tool. And I did the same thing with my alignment machine. I bought the biggest, nicest one that they have, just so I use that as a marketing tool. I can straight up say that nobody in the area has as big and as nice and as new an alignment machine as I have.
You have capabilities beyond what anyone would imagine.
Right.
Well, you get to say yes.
Yeah.
Right.
People call up, and then when the other shops find out, I don't know how many other shops are around you.
Anything programming, and obviously ADAS, I get. And some of the tough diags, the other guys will send to me. I get a fair amount of work from other shops.
Yeah. So now that by itself starts elevating how people perceive you. It starts raising you up to that top. And now you're the bar by which all the other shops are measured against, right? You're the expert.
I don't think you would ever have a competitor to calibration.
Because you get to say yes.
I don't think I will for calibrations because, I mean, you guys know you're not doing it all with pick your aftermarket scan tool. I don't want to mention any, get hate over it, but any of them, you need OE tools in certain instances. You need training. You need to be pretty savvy. You need the willingness to invest, and you need to be able to just say, I'm going to give up a 25 by 50 spot in my shop for this. You got to meet all them marks to do it, right? So I don't think I will ever see any local competition to that, probably ever.
Did you have the space?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I just moved the one lift over, so I still have 4 lifts on that side of the shop. We have 6 bays altogether, but I have the 25 by 50 spot, and I flush mounted the rack is all dedicated to the data liner and ADAS calibrations.
What are you buying new, Zeb? Anything coming in?
Anything coming up? Not right now. I'm kind of on a short leash right now. This year's been kind of tough, so I can't just go blow money like I did in years past.
I've been hearing that. How's your year been, Tom?
Well, it's already been probably the most expensive and challenging year of my entire life. And I still got another $8,000 or $10,000 worth of ADAS targets and stuff I'd like to buy before the end of the year. I don't want to finish the year with any money left over. You know, make sure I use every last bit of it.
How's your business, Matt, at Riverside?
Or setting records. It's just record setting. But again, I can't not mention, I just think it has to do with geographics. That we're located an hour away from metropolitan areas support. So dealer support's minimal. You become the only game in town because we've made the investment in factory scan tools, ADAS calibration, you name it, keys, immobilizer. Nobody else is cloning modules. Nobody else is opening modules up and pretending they know what they're doing and fixing them, anything like that. And so we say yes when everyone else says no, and then get those referrals. So when other shops are kind of parking lots a little sparse, ours is stacked.
What kind of training are you going to take here, Tommy?
I was doing ADAS this morning, and it should be this afternoon, but I'm here. I think tomorrow was it Keith Perkins? Is he the key immobilizer class in the morning? Yep. So I'm doing that, and man, I have to look. I got my tag right here. Oh, Brian and Jim's class in the afternoon, the control alt fix. And then Saturday morning's German cars and Volkswagen in the afternoon. But I think I'm going to be with you guys in the afternoon anyway. So I'm missing the VW class for the case study thing. Doesn't necessarily break my heart, even though I do like Hawk.
Class.
Yeah, I don't want him to think I don't want to come see him. But obviously I got voluntold I'm doing a case study. So I'm doing that instead.
Nice. Are you here for anything or just to hang out and look pretty?
No, I'll take as many classes as I can. I got Brian and Jim's, both of theirs.
Yeah.
And then with Matt, we got the Tech Talks. And
you're doing that. Let's talk about that. Did you do it at Vision?
Yes, I did.
You did. Are you doing the same one
I'm going to do pretty much the same.
Okay.
I'm going to try to go into a little more in depth and slow down because I get going too fast.
Okay. So tell me about the learning curve that happened at Vision. You're up there. Did anyone say slow down, or did you feel you should slow down?
I felt I should slow down, but I couldn't make myself do it.
Okay.
It was tough.
But now you're coming with a new set of brain waves to say that I'm not going to rush this.
I've got one under my belt, so I've calmed down a little bit.
All right.
And I'm going to cover the same material, but I'm going to try to cover it a little better. I don't have one of my props. One of my props that I use is a return harness for a Duramax diesel. And I brought a new one to Vision. So I went in there in the parts room to get another one. We keep one on the shelf. And we'd used it last week, and Susie forgot to order us another one. So missing my prop, but I'm going to be okay.
Do you think you would ever be a conference trainer in the future?
I could. I'm a pretty confident person. So
okay.
You ask me, do you think you can do something? I'm going to say, yeah, it don't matter what it is. I think I can do it.
How does he do?
I slept through it. I don't really remember it. I'm just kidding. I'm telling you that.
He just doesn't want to go on record. I get it.
No, it was freaking phenomenal. Yeah. He did a phenomenal job. Yeah, everybody stayed engaged and knows what he's talking about, and he talks real. It's real talk. It's not just this, sometimes people change their tone when they get up there and they kind of go into a little bit of a presenter type mode. Zeb is Zeb, wherever you find Zeb.
And I do it here too. I turn the twang down a little bit.
No.
It sounds like fried chicken when I really turn it loose.
Zeb, a story. In basic training, my drill sergeant his name was Sergeant Peters, and he was from the South. I'm from the North. He was tough, but he was funny in a sarcastic way. And I had to do push-ups because I used to laugh when he would say things. But the reason that I listened to him so much is because he had that Southern, and you just said the word twang, but he had that Southern feel to everything he did. I love to listen to that, Matt.
Yeah. I was just thinking, though, for some of you listeners, that was well after the North and South were fighting each other, and that's kind of a jerk thing to think.
The word twang?
You mean, no, you're talking about we were
North and South. No, I think that I'm from the North, but I love to listen to, let's call it an accent. I can't hear, not a jumbled accent. That's that you can't understand a word of English, but I think you would be a person would listen to you and you're just not the normal speaker. You've got that.
Well, it's an advantage because you can be funny without being funny. Everybody's going to laugh at the way you talk.
Yeah.
So if there's a lull if you're struggling a little bit, you can just say something and you don't even have to try to make a joke and it's going to be funny. So you can throw that out there to kind of get you back going.
I can imagine you open your opening line. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm having a bad hair day.
Yeah, there's so many things that I can do.
Yeah. He's got a popular accent. I don't think it's quite as popular as like British, but it's not as bad as Minnesotan. Like that's the least favorite accent, Minnesota.
I don't think so.
It is. I can prove it.
Go ahead.
Let me get some studies out.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. We need studies. Yeah, here it is.
I do. I got it.
Just speaking Minnesotan for me.
I have been the whole time, eh?
Say what? Say bag?
Big.
No,
Oh.
so are we gonna make him say hog? Because it's hog where I'm from.
Yeah.
And it's hog where he's
We
from.
have a bunch of hogs.
See, now Tommy's got his own accent too. Carm, you don't notice it probably because you live close to
He lives in New York.
Yeah, Tommy calls himself the Woodchuck. We hadn't
Well,
brought that
other
up
people
on
do,
this show. His nickname is the Woodchuck.
Yeah, hogs or hogs where I'm from.
Yeah.
Or hogs.
It's a hog.
Or hogs where we from.
Right.
Hog?
Hog.
Hog.
With H. Let me spell it for you. HAWG.
Hog.
Try it.
Hog.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's pretty
see?
good.
Hold the W.
They say bush hog. The bush hog on the back of the tractor.
That is great. Hold the W. So glad to have you here. What do you see for the future of your businesses? You're just going to keep storming ahead? You say you didn't have a super year, but it's got to come back.
Oh, yeah, it will. I'm down a guy. See, I've got one guy. He's in the military. He's in the Marines. And he was in the Marine Reserves, and then he got deployed to Japan for a year. So he left in November, and he'll be back this November. And, I have this huge building, but I only have 2 techs beside myself.
How's the echo?
Oh, in the building? Yeah.
Hey, Charlie, early.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty big in there, but I like to have about 10 bays per tech the way we do it. I do all the diagnostics, and then it gets passed to those 2 guys to do all the nuts and bolts.
Yeah, but you're also working on big stuff.
Well, not always. That's a big misconception. We do everything from little cars all the way up to, we did stop at like 550s, Dodge 5500s, but the past year when we got in the new shop, we've started taking some big trucks again, the Class 8s and stuff.
Any farm track?
I try to stay away from it. I started taking a few, and I've got one right now. And when I get rid of it, there won't be any more.
No combines or nothing?
They're their own menagerie.
Yeah, it's business. That is. Yeah, I don't want to get back in it. If I had my choice, I would only do automotive, just automotive.
Well, just think about the whole deal with John Deere and the lockdown.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
problematic.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's a discussion for a different day and different time. And I was just thinking the access to parts for these farm tractors and stuff.
The parts, if you're working on a major brand, actually the parts are a pretty good situation there. Like John Deere and Case, New Holland, you can get parts pretty good. John Deere's out of the agriculture stuff, I would say John Deere's got the best parts support. Now, it's on the construction side, Cat by far. My Cat dealers are great because I have a bunch of Cat equipment myself.
Got it.
And they have what's in my area. It's probably like this across the country. They have drop boxes. So you call and order parts, and each little city around, little towns, they'll have a box. And if it's less than 50 pounds, the parts guy will drop your parts in that drop box at night. And then it's got a cat lock on it. If you know anything about cat equipment, they're covered in padlocks and they have a cat key. So you just go to and it's kind of the honor system. You go to the drop box and get your parts, and you don't have to go all the way to the dealer. They're waiting on you.
So your new business is coming word of mouth from people, and the business isn't what it should be because economy, politics, all this crap that's going on.
It's a little bit of
confidence.
But I'm going to say, and Matt and Tommy both, because they've been in business a long time, business was pretty steady and pretty predictable up until 2020. Big deals to blame everything on COVID. But something changed in 2020. And used to, like if I put my gross sales on a graph, it would be a pretty straight line through the year. Now it goes like this.
You mean month by month?
Month by month, or maybe 2 months. You might have 2 good months, and then you'll have a record high and then turn right around and have a record low the next month. And I can't explain it. I don't know. It's been like that since 2020. I don't know. And I've talked to a lot of other business owners, and they say the same thing. And it doesn't have to be automotive. It can be anything. And we're all seeing the same thing since 2020.
Every once in a while, I think about what's on the news and the power that some of these things, be it wars or all that. I don't want to get political now, but there's something happens and it becomes the biggest thing of the day. And it's almost like a depressing thought for people that I got to get the car fixed, but what's going on with this? And it's almost like a teeter-totter of emotion.
We could go down a rabbit hole with this.
Right.
Because, just the psychological aspects of the way we get our information nowadays and how it's angled at us and how the corporate media, along with social media, supercharge our fears and pit each other against one another and supercharge our tribalism and supercharge our cognitive biases. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you pretty much just took an entire thought out of my brain and spit it into that mic almost verbatim.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I 100% agree with what he just said.
But it's not a bad thing. I mean, it evens out in the end of the year. It still comes out the same. It's just you have to be resilient enough to where if you have a record high month, you need to be able to make it through a record low month directly after.
Wouldn't it be something if we had nothing but good news happening to see where your chart's going to go? And instead of this wishy-washy good news, bad news timeline syndrome that's going on. And I think until the economy really gets flying, I think we're going to have to be stuck with that.
If you're the type of shop that does the right thing, you're always going to make it. Your number one interest is doing the right thing. You can't lose. That's my 2 cents.
That's a great close. Thank you. I mean, that was powerful. Thank you. I think for being here. Appreciate it. Zeb Beard from Monticello, Arkansas, where it's now winter.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet?
No, usually winter doesn't start till the very end of November.
Or he turns the AC on in the shop.
All right. And we get a rain cloud. Okay. Yeah. Strokers Diesel and Automotive. Tommy Markham from Markham's Automotive, Constableville, New York.
Where we have 4 seasons. Almost winter, still winter, and construction.
Me too. We're 4, maybe 3 hours down the road from you.
Yeah, 3
Buffalo,
hours west. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys need to get east of, you're not due east of Erie, right? You're not, I guess close enough.
Yeah.
I think we get a hair more, maybe just because Ontario's bigger. I don't know.
Yeah. I think, we don't get the amount of snow that you get.
Yeah.
But Buffalo is always considered the snow capital of the world because we had a blizzard.
Because there's people there.
1977.
There's people there.
And Matt Fanslow from Diagnosing the Aftermarket, A to Z, and Riverside Automotive in Red Wing, Minnesota.
And a nugget. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Arthur.
I have.
Dudley Moore, he wanted to carpet Rhode Island.
Right.
Zeb wants to build his shop to cover all of Arkansas.
Okay.
That's right.
62,000. Let's build a 10,000 just quick addition.
World domination. That's my motto.
World domination. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on board to listen and learn from the premier automotive aftermarket podcast. Until next time.